Am I the a-hole for not wanting to constantly babysit my nephew for free? My sister 19F had my nephew 3M what? She was 16 years old. We were living on opposite side of the country at the time due to us each living with a different parent. But when she came to visit for the first time after getting pregnant, she basically treated me like a servant. She was constantly using her pregnancy as an excuse not to go anywhere, and she always had something negative to say about how I did a certain thing. Mind you, I was a freshman in high school and had been taking many AP or advanced classes, so during this time I was super busy with assignments. I figured she would be better after she had the baby, and she would stop expecting everyone to cater to her. Fast forward to over a year later and I'm visiting my hometown for the summer for the first time in years. I was planning on getting a summer job, but my sister had offered to pay me $20 a day to watch my nephew. I thought it would be too hard as I knew she was having trouble finding a babysitter. Fast forward to when she gets her first paycheck 2 weeks later, and she owes me $200, as I had watched her kid for 10 days out of the last few weeks. She tells me she can't afford to pay me at the moment. I told her it was fine, but I was going to get a job because that was my original plan. I obviously didn't drive at the time, due to me only being 15. And my grandmother told me that if I got a different job she would not be giving me rides for the rest of the summer and that my sister would pay me when she had the right money. Fast forward to the end of summer. I have watched my nephew 5 days a week for 6 weeks and I have yet to be paid. The day that I am to board my plane, my sister gives me $40 out of her paycheck and tells me that I won't be getting any more as that is all she is willing to give up at the moment. I arrive home to my mother being furious and cussing out my grandmother and sister after I had told her on my layover that I had only been paid $40. There was no change. Now fast forward to the summer. I decided to willing babysit my nephew for free over the summer so my mom could have him. And she's too busy to watch him all the time and we're not in the financial state to hire a true babysitter. The summer ends, and I move to my hometown for college and go to bring my nephew home. I figured everything had changed, and maybe my sister had found a better babysitting solution. She has not. My grandmother watches him, and if she is unable to, she now expects me to cancel my plans, whether it be work or personal, to babysit him. I have been doing it for 3 months now, but a few days ago I informed my sister and my grandmother that I will no longer be watching him as I did not have a kid, and therefore should not be expected to put my life on hold for someone else's, especially for free. I have applied to a college around 45 minutes away from my sister's house and she's furious, saying that since I don't have a car, I will be unable to help her. For anyone wondering, I work a job that only pays $12 an hour with only around 22 hours a week. My sister works a full-time job getting well over 40 hours a week at $19 an hour. We split all cost of utilities and rent and food is also a split cost. She expects me to be the only one to clean the house. Honestly, I'm exhausted. I have told her multiple times that I don't want to watch him and she and my grandmother get angry at me every time. So, am I the a-hole?